Horizon 2941, turn left heading 360.
Left 360, right, 2941.
Approach Delta 179 descending via the crater arrival in this Foxtrot.
Delta 179 heavy, port 1 approach, Golf is current, plan Iowa, visual approach, runway 10 left.
Okay, visual 10 left, Delta 17, that will be Golf.
Craft alert, traffic 12, moving 1 o'clock now, 2.5 miles northbound, type altitude unknown, target appears flight leader.
Roger, 2171, well again.
Port 1 departure, sawtooth 18, make that 2,000 for 3,000.
Sawtooth 18, Port 11 departure, your radar contact, climb maintain 15,000.
Climb maintain 15,000, sawtooth 18.
Frontier 2171, the traffic no factor off your right side now, approach on 126.9, or good day.
26.9, Frontier 2171, thanks.
Sawtooth 18, maintain 15,000, expect 17,000 for a final.
Okay, maintain 15,000, expect 17,000 for a final, sawtooth 18.
Sawtooth 18, clear direct Newburgh, join Victor 287.
Direct Newburgh, join Victor 287, sawtooth 18.
That was Cessna 5094 Lima.
Affirmative, 5094 Lima.
Cessna 5094 Lima, Roger, squawk 0156.
Squawk 0156, 94 Lima.
Centurion 25 Alpha, contact approach 126.0.
26.0, 25 Alpha, good day.
November 94 Lima, radar contact 2 north of Troutdale. Your what approach you're requesting is Caboose?
Zero out of DME, Alpha full procedure.
November 94 Lima, Roger, maintain VFR at or below 4,000. You can proceed to battleground for the full procedure. Advise when you have the weather.
Maintain, climb, maintain 4,000, or below 4,000. We'll advise when I have the weather 94 Lima. Listener 2325, your third direct Kyoto straight Tango 302, resume navigation.
Kukas Tango 302, arrives 2325.
Southwest 1921, we're out of 13.7, December C with y'all. Southwest 1921, Portland approach, hello. Plan visual, runway 10 right. Right side, thank you, that's nice close.
525 Delta Echo is out of 206 for hood at 16,000 with whiskey at Aurora State.
0525 Delta Echo, port 1 approach, thanks for whiskey, plan and visual approach, runway 35.
Plan and visual 35, 5 Delta Echo.
Roland approach, Cessna 5094 Lima has the weather.
94 Lima, Roger. And once you get to battleground and proceed outbound, I'll have higher for you if you want it.
94 Lima.
Citation 5 Delta Echo, descend and maintain 10,000.
0,000 Delta Echo.
Horizon 2941, contact Seattle Center 128.3.
128.3, Horizon 2941.
Departure at 679 out of 1,500 for 7,000.
United 679, port 1 departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000.
15,000 out of 679.
Or 5 Delta Echo, clear direct to Aurora Airport.
Direct to Aurora State, thanks, 5 Delta Echo.
United 679, clear direct Lava.
Direct to Lava, Unit 679.
Aurora 5 Delta Echo, contact approach 118.1.
If you want, great day, 5 Delta Echo.
Delta 179 Heavy, contact approach 126.9.
126.9, Delta 179 Heavy.
1,500 climbing, 7,000. Got 3338, Portland departure. Hello, your radar contact, coming team 15,000.
I maintain 15,000, Scott 3338.
Up 218, Seattle Center on 125.8, after the flying.
25.8, have an easy afternoon, Sawtooth 18.
Report 25 Hotel 4, approach Hello Port, altimeter 3009er, come maintain 15,000.
25 Delta Echo is 15.
Case 525 Delta Echo, Portland approach Hello, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000 Delta Echo.
Alright, 3338, turn right direct whammy, using the whammy departure.
Right direct Whammy is resuming Whammy departure, Scott 3338.
Case 5 Delta Echo, traffic 1 o'clock now, about 15 miles, climbing southeastbound in Embraer Jet, 6,500.
Delta Echo.
United 679, contact Seattle Center 119.65.
1965, United 679.
Southwest 1921, contact Portland approach now 12649, good day.
126.9, Southwest 922. Well, approach, Delta State 72, send VFS 16.8, Golf.
Delta C72, Portland approach, thanks for golf, plan runway 10 right.
3338, contact Seattle Center 128.15, have a good day.
12815.
Coast Guard 6026, Portland approach, roger.
Connected
And
to
when able,
PilotEdge.
advise with the Scappoose weather. Coast Guard 6026, are you requesting a RNAV runway 15 and will be a full stop for missed approach? Coast Guard 6026, roger.
Hey guys, I turned up my microphone decibel or whatever, so if if my voice is too loud, if it's overpowering, let me know. Eagle, how are you, my friend? How are you this or actually evening for you, isn't it? All right. Yeah, I was just noticing that on my recordings that my voice was kind of low, so I figured I'd increase the decibel a little bit. All right. I have to load the airplane using my iPad, which you guys obviously can't see because it's an iPad in front of me. Using my Wi-Fi in the house, using a iPad app that you can buy for like $5 for this in particular plane. So it does all of your weight and balance. I'll see if I can find it and show you what I'm using.
Coast Guard 6026, save request.
Let's see if that loaded. So that should have loaded. I should have a payload of 5178 with a CG offset of 13.5 now.
6026, roger, turn left, direct Covo, descend and maintain 3,500.
So the load worked. Now I need to go to the flight plan. And I would have had this done already, but I had to restart the sim twice because this plane, it just requires to load twice for whatever reason. Otherwise, things don't work properly with it. So you load it, you X out of X plane, and you reload it a second time, and then it usually works. All right, so I'm building this flight plan. So Shatta, S-H-A-T-A. Here, let's do this.
65 Delta Echo, descend and maintain 4,000. 4,000 Delta Echo.
So I'm putting together this flight plan right here on my iPad, where you can follow along. S-H-A-T-A.
15,500 descending on the hood east with Gulf.
So then from there, it's going to be an airway of Victor 23. Take that to OED.
Horizon 2027, 15,300 on the hood east with Gulf.
Horizon 2027, Portland approach, roger, so visual approach, runway 10 right.
And then the runway we're going to do
5752, 2,000, climbing 6,000, heading 090.
looks like an RNAV 32.
Contact climb maintain 7,000.
Climb maintain 7,000, compass 5752.
From OED.
Approach Scala 3443, 1,000 or 16,900 descending via
Download the weather into this iPad app.
Approach, roger,
It's called iGo Dispatch, I believe.
Runway 10 right.
Then I go to
10
ACARS.
right, we have Golf and 3009 Scala 3440.
Connect. All right. Where's the mouse? Here we go. So I loaded up 2430 fuel. It's enough to get us to Medford. Extra to go to Portland if we need to. And I did my weight and balance, which doesn't necessarily match that, but it's okay. So departure is,
United 834, land departure, radar contact.
let me mute him, 3013 on the altimeter there. And that's current with Papa. And they're using 16. Rogue Valley is landing 14, but we're going to ask for the other runway unless the wind changes or something. All right, so the only thing left to do would be to follow the flight plan. I'll do that in a little bit. So we'll come back over here and let me see. Let me show you the program I'm using. I thought there'd be pictures for this. Wait a second. Okay, all right, I found it. So over here, this is the program I'm using to load my airplane. It's iGo Dispatch. You can just do a search for it. And then the iOS store is Apple Store is where you buy it. So it's about $15, but it's really cool. It's got, can't remember why you'd, I've had this forever. I'd have to read this to see why there's a download file, but maybe that's for configuration. But anyway, I've got the Saab version. He sells 3 different versions, the IXEG J Rollins, which J Rollins is totally out of date, but the Saab is still running okay. So this is what my iPad looks like. So when I'm loading the airplane, that's what my iPad's doing. So I just adjust the passenger count here by this slider, and you have male, female, and children. So different weights. This is cargo. And then this is where I would add my fuel. So I just slide these up to 2,400 pounds. And then this is where I put in the flight plan. So it's a really cool program, and it gives you your weight and balance. So load the X-plane, I just pressed that on the iPad, and it loaded all the information that I entered into the aircraft. So like I said, it's like $14 for an iPad. Yeah, $14 for an iPad. It's an iOS program. So I use my wife's iPad for only this plane. This is the only plane I have this for, but it's a really cool program. If anybody wants, here, let me do this. Let's do iGo Dispatch, copy, just in case anybody ever gets this plane, that's where you do it. And then the Apple Store, copy that, paste that. There you go. So there you go. You got the links. And I probably should read that as well. So we'll add that too. And that's all I was going to show you on that. I'll just follow the flight plan. Shasta, Victor 23 to OED. SF34 slant Golf, 16,000, alternate PDX. Reading to Medford, we're United 1399 Express. File. We'll go live map. Make sure all that loads, and we are right here. So we're going to fly from Reading to Medford. Nice little mountain trip. Flight plan is filed. We're good. Sorry about the transitioning screens. All right, first thing, grab our little truck on the right here. Remove all the items. We're going to add the GPU for power. And then we'll hop in the plane and get things loaded up. Let's open up the sunroof. It's actually an escape hatch just to make sure it works. Open up all the doors. Got cargo. All right. External power is on, so we'll do the battery. So you gotta put it all the way up and then back to on. All the way up, back to on. Clear the caution. External power is available, so we'll do that. And then we'll connect this main bus and we'll turn on the 3 avionics, nav lights, seatbelts, smoking. Monitor the battery temps. Got the panel lights, controls. Turn on all these lights. These seat belts do actually work. The signage. So you could do like, we'll turn off the seat belts. Now the seat belt is off. We left the smoking on, so it's a pretty cool feature. So we'll leave the seat belts on. Need to arm and cover the emergency lights. That's on, not armed. That's armed and covered. We'll make sure our hydro is in the green, which it is. Here's our cheat for our throttle. Hang on. So I need to set Saab. There we go. So you put all the controls at start, ground idle and start. Then we'll drag it down here and we'll hide it there because we can use just the top of it to see what the condition and levers and throttles are doing. Let's turn up the instrument lighting. Here we go. Get the GPS turned on. This plane for ATC, you gotta have these volumes turned all the way up, otherwise you won't hear nothing. And Reading ground is 121.7, so that's where our clearance and delivery. Okay, that's fine. So we got grounds, ATIS 124.1. So we're using COM 2. 24.1.
altimeter 3013, arriving and departing runway 16. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Papa. Reading Municipal Airport, ATIS information Papa, 1853 Zulu. Wind 140 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 18. Dew point 6. Altimeter 3013. Arriving and departing runway 16. Visual approaches.
Switch that to guard. We'll switch that to ground control because there's no clearance here, and Reading Tower is 19.8. So we'll get tower ready. We'll come up here and we'll set the altimeter for the 3013. And we'll compare that with Reading's altitude, which is 504. As long as you're within 75, it's within limits. And we can go ahead and request our clearance. $21.7. Current with Papa, and we want to go to Medford. Reading ground, United 1399 at the terminal. Current with Papa, IFR Medford.
United 1399 Reading ground, clear to Medford Airport, Shasta for departure. Expect radar vectors Shasta, and then as filed, climb and maintain 16,000. Departure on Seattle Center, Oakland Center 132.2, squawk 5651.
Clear to Medford via Shasta for departure, radar vectors Shasta, then as filed, climb maintain 16,000. Oakland Center for departure 132.2, squawk 5651, United 1399.
United 1399, read back correct.
Alright, we got our clearance. Now that we have our clearance, we can go ahead and knock out a flight plan. So I'm going to cheat and download the flight plan from SimBrief. So we're going to do... This is really handy for the GNS 530s with Airways. Download, do cut, desktop. So we're going to do a flight plan, delete, enter that, and that's all we need right now. Everybody is all aboard, like it's a train. Alright, let's close the door. Alright, we be set. Alright, all doors are shut. Check that. Turn off this stuff. And Mr. Chris, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Welcome to our little group of misfits. Alright, so we're gonna do turn off left and right avionics. Alright, we'll turn those off. We're gonna get the beacon light turned on. So beacon light is right there. Everybody's clear. So we'll go ahead and crank on number 2. Engine will always go full tilt. This plane needs an update. They haven't updated it in like over a year, probably close to a year and a half. However, it still flies okay, and the engines are a little wonky, but it's still controllable. So I still fly it. All right, so the right engine's on, so we need to reset this right gen. Put this on right gen, and then we'll disconnect the external power, and then you'll see this jump up for the electric on the right gen once we disconnect external. So that jumped up. So now we're running off of the right engine for power. So we'll remove the GPU. You'll see this takes a second or two to extinguish because they're removing it. There it goes. So now we can start engine 1. You will depart. Are you arrived? You will You will depart. Or you are arrived. I'm departing. I'm getting ready to leave. So the flight's a relatively short flight, like maybe 30 minutes in the air. So it's not going to be a very long flight. But yeah, we're fixing to leave because I downloaded I installed yesterday the latest True Earth from Orbx, and I tested it last night, and it's really, really nicely done. So I wanted to check out the other direction because I flew south last night. Today I'm going to fly north and check out the other side. Alright, so engine 1 is on, so we're going to reset the left gen. And we'll put that on the left gen, and that way we'll see it take effect here in a moment. Alright, so now we'll put that on main.
Number 405, Juliet
reset our
Hotel,
bleeds.
Denver Center, is that correct?
And reset on.
Alright, stand by.
Get the environment going. We'll turn on the left and right avionics again. And now we're ready for
VisionJet 405, Juliet Hotel, Denver Center is clear to Albuquerque Airport, Lowell 4 departure.
Cleared me to 16.
Then is filed, climb and maintain flight level 230, expect flight level 250 within 10 minutes of departure. Departure frequency 118.57 and squawk 2164, hold for release.
Seems like it's really windy here. It's not though. I don't know why this plane's moving around. Alright, we're gonna take off.
5 Juliet Hotel, read back is correct. How long do you need?
And we'll do
5 Juliet Hotel, roger, thanks.
vertical speed of about 1,600 feet per minute. What is wrong with this thing? It's really weird. I said a plane flies okay, and watch, it's probably not now. We'll see. Should be alright. We'll make it work. If not, it'll be an exciting flight. If something's weird going on with it. Alright, GPS is on GPS mode. You have to reset all the trims, which is down here. So this is where you see the trim. So you come to this button right here and you press that. And by pressing that, we'll reset all the trims for takeoff. So you just press that button. And you got to do that, otherwise you'll get alerts and all sorts of stuff. Cycle the flaps all the way down and then back up to flaps 1. There's 4 notches of flaps. Check the landing altitude. For Medford, altitude is 1335. And the altimeter.
This has been November 2775, located in General Aviation Ramp. We have Gulf, and we're requesting
30.1.
Pattern work with
there.
November 2775.
Number 2775 El Paso ground.
It's either on or off, huh?
It's a R40, it's a Robin.
Number 2775 El Paso ground runway 26 left, taxi via Uniform Victor Lima.
So radios are loud with some planes, not
left.
with others. It's weird.
Via Uniform Victor.
Alright, check our hydros.
Lima.
We'll top off the hydro.
2775, thank you.
Put it back to auto. Now we're in a green. That's for like steering and stuff. And then we need to come back down here and squawk our code 5651. Turn that on the altitude. And then we'll turn on pitot and window heat on normal. I can worry about prop heat because there's no, I mean, if we get into clouds, then I'll turn it on, but we'll see how the weather goes. Turn on the taxi light. No lights overhead with the exception of these gen lights. They only extinguish when you have enough throttle. When you have add in power, then this goes off, and I read somewhere, which is I thought was funny, the coffee maker in this airliner doesn't actually work unless you are under power, so they can't even make coffee until you're actually in the air because these generators, that's, yeah, AC gen, won't actually kick on until you have power, so it's interesting. So we have to set the nose wheel steering with this, so you press that down or you can assign it to a key. I assign it to my yoke on a button. Way I can toggle it on and off because after you take off it pops up. So when you go to land you don't have nose wheel steering, so on my yoke I have a button to re-engage it after I land. Initially you can steer with just rudder, but when you get slow enough the rudder won't help you steer. Alright, we'll get our current ATIS.
Reading Municipal Airport, ATIS information Papa, 1853 Zulu.
Alright,
Wind
so
140 at...
the wind's still the same, it's 140 at 6, so it's fine. See if I can get my chart to show up. Alright, we're squawking. Current with Papa. Reading ground, United 1399 at the terminal with Papa, ready to taxi.
It's 1399 reading ground, runway 16, taxi via Alpha, Bravo, Delta, cross runway 12 at Delta.
Runway 16 via Alpha, Bravo, Delta, cross 12 at Delta, yeah, 1399. Alright, so we're going to be doing this number here. You can kind of see that. Take off the brake. Crossing run 12 at Delta. You would never cross a runway without having prior clearance to cross a runway. Sometimes they'll say hold short 12 at Delta, and then as you're nearing 12, if there's no air traffic looking to land, then they'll just clear you to cross over 12 prior to you even stopping. That's what happens most of the time. Always taxi full length unless otherwise instructed by ATC to take off at an intersection. Otherwise, you always go to full length. You can always, like if you're in a 172 or a small plane and you know the performance and it can take off and say half the distance of the runway available, then you can always request to take off from an intersection. That's totally up to you. And most controllers will make that happen unless it's like in a, you know, a VAT sim or something event where they just got hundreds of people taking off and landing. They're not going to want to make exceptions, but you know, for non-events when there's ATC on and there's not a ton of traffic, then you'll be okay doing this.
We're holding short on runway 26 left.
Number 2775 El Paso Tower. We might have a bit of a connection issue. I'm still showing you on the ramp. You'll need to close down the software completely and then reload. Otherwise, I won't be able to see where you are.
Roger that. I see that now.
Take off
okay,
and
inhibit.
do landing lights, strobes. Let the crew know we're gonna take off. Go to tower, which is 19.8. Departures 132.2, so we'll get that ready to go. 32.2, which is Oakland Center. So we got 19.8, landing lights, strobes, engine course on, and we'll set the CTOT for 95% torque. We'll arm the CTOT, which is basically an auto torque, so you don't over torque the engine and blow it up. Flaps are 1, trim has been set, conditioner levers go to full max, and we are ready to let tower know we are ready to go. We're holding short of 16. Reading Tower, United 1399, holding short, runway 16.
United 1399, Reading Tower, wind 140 at 6, runway 16, cleared for takeoff.
16 cleared for takeoff, United 1399. Alright, so this departure is 166.
November 277, I'm trying again. I'm in the aviation parking.
1516.
Couple aircraft, same time, 405 Juliet Hotel, Denver Center, ident. And who else was calling?
This is November 2775. I'm trying again. I'm over here in the general aviation park. I was on runway 26 left. I got kicked off the end.
Number 2775, runway 26 left, taxi via uniform, Victor Lima.
You're heading.
Taxi via uniform, Victor Lima, 26, November 27. Thank you.
Number 405 Juliet Hotel, radar contact 7 miles southwest, southeast of Leadville.
Takeoff power is set. This should stabilize at about 95% torque, which it is.
Flight level 230.
Going to rotate at about 140 knots. 100 knots will turn off the nose wheel steering. Nose wheel steering off. We are running off of rudder for steering now only. 130. We're going to rotate. Positive rate. Gear coming up. Flaps out. Autopilot on. We're going to go to IAS mode. Verify gear is up. Verify flaps are up. IAS mode. Clear 2000. We'll go ahead and turn off the auto coursing, and we'll turn off the CTOT, but first we got to increase the conditioner levers, throttle to 77 degrees, and then we'll turn off the CTOT, and then we got to watch the temperature to make sure it stays under 900 on the temperature, otherwise you'll cause an engine fire.
Contact Denver Center now, 127.02.
And we'll turn on the...
Contact Seattle, contact Oakland Center.
Roger, Oakland Center, United 13992. Alright, so we're going to go to departure, which is Oakland Center. Oakland Center, United 1399, 4,200 for 16,000.
United 1399, Oakland Center, radar contact, rating altimeter 3013.
3013, United 1399.
United 1399, turn right, heading 310, enable clear direct Shatta, and resume own navigation.
Flight heading 310 when able, clear direct Shatta, resume on navigation, United 13 line 9.
Denver, good afternoon, 0405 Juliet Hotel, climbing through 18.3 for flight level 230.
Alright.
405 Juliet Hotel, Denver Center, climb maintain flight level 250.
Climb maintain 250, 5 Juliet Hotel.
Alright, we'll turn off the landing lights, taxi lights. Yeah, we'll reduce the props to 79. We'll turn on the
2775 El Paso
prop
Tower,
sight.
make left close traffic, wind calm, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Differentials 3-3.
2775, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Good there. $10,000. Turn off the seatbelts. This ortho is just nice, man. It's just super nice. Legitimately feels like you're flying there. Water masking, super nice. Normally we would keep an eye on icing and we would turn on all the anti-ice if we needed to, but there's no moisture in the air, so nothing to worry about. Add a little bit more power on the throttle. It will climb over 900 and then it will fall back. So you just have to keep messing with the throttle to keep it right at 900 while you climb. That's a little bit high, so I need to back it off a smidge. It's very sensitive. That's the other reason it needs an update. But as long as this temperature is under 900, you're safe. Props you want to maintain in the green, not the yellow, so I always lower it to 79 on the climb and then 78 at cruise. And then we slowly increase our vertical speed by slowing. Slowest I go is 160. We're at 166 right now. Slow that down to 160. continue our climb to 16,000.
November 775, you got an operating mode C transponder, turn it on please. November 775, are you identing and are you squawking VFR? Number 2775, and it shouldn't ident unless ATC asks for an ident, but you should be on a VFR code unless you've been assigned something specific.
Yeah, VFR code is 1200. Yeah, this is super nice. I also have True Earth Oregon, so when we fly into Medford, we'll have True Earth Oregon as well. Everything's in the green. Pressure is 4.7, still VFR, climbing. Please. So we're good there. Hydraulics are fine. So let's do a procedure, do an approach. I'm going to request.
Sorry, what do you need to figure out?
3-2 from Zunis, and I'm just going to load that for right now.
November 775, VFR is 1200.
It's basically saying anyone that flies on PilotEdge should pretty much know that. That is like the most generic learning to learn in aviation is VFR code on the transponder is 1200. So whoever's flying on this network that didn't know that is probably going to be getting talked to quite a bit, because he absolutely took no effort to try to learn stuff before flying on this network, which I disagree with. I think you should at least get a good understanding and take training, which there is so much free training out there before you attempt to do a flight. That's just my opinion. And everybody's got opinions. Alright, so this guy, you can actually call the flight attendant. You can turn on the lighting.
Thank you, number 2775, runway 26 left, cleared for the option.
You got 7 minutes to our top of descent. So I'm going to reduce the prop to 78. And we'll take a look at our temperature. We're good there. Prop's good. Everything's good. Got 7 minutes. Let me see here. I'm going to step away for 3 minutes. Oakland Center, United 1399. Do I have about 3 or 4 minutes to step away? Oakland Center, United 13 and 9. Disregard, this flight's not going to take me too long.
United 13, 99 knots approved. You, when you come back, contact Seattle Center 121.4.
Roger. When I step back, be Seattle Center at 121.4. United 13 and 9. Thanks. Right back. Alright, y'all, enjoy the views while I run to, whoops. Enjoy the view of the new ortho until I get back. So I'll be right back.
Albuquerque Center, good afternoon. Mooney 153 Mike Sierra, flight level 230.
Mooney 153 Mike Sierra, Albuquerque Center, good afternoon. Phoenix altimeter 3013, cross Buckeye VOR and maintain 900,000.
3013, cross Buckeye VOR, 900,000, Mike Sierra.
Number 775, runway 26 left, cleared for the option. Air Canada 568, contact local center 132.905.
1895, I contact 568. Oakland, contact 568, 510.
Air Canada 568, Oakland Center, roger.
All right. 21.4. Get rid of this thing there. 21.4. Seattle Center, United 1399, 16,000.
And 1399, Seattle Center, roger. And Medford altimeter 3009, I'll have lower for you in just a moment.
3009er and copy, United 1399. It's 127.25 for ATIS.
Unit 1399, descend to maintain 10,000.
Descend to maintain 10,000, yeah, 1399.
Number 2775, runway 26 left, cleared for the option.
So we've got 5 miles to Zunis. I'm going to request an approach. Unless he turns me over to the Cascade approach, which is 124.3, so I got that ready. Seatbelts back on, altimeter set, approach is good, no icing taking place, hydraulics are good, we got 15 miles.
Canada 568, gonna hop away for about 2 minutes.
No problem.
Cabin pressures descending, so we're good there. I'll say 8 miles, I'll request the approach. Seattle Center, United 1399. Can you pass on approach request to Cascade?
Yeah, 1399, you can actually contact Cascade Approach right now, 124.3 with your request.
Thank you, 124.3, United 1399. Cascade Approach, United 1399, 10,000, current with Foxtrot. With the Wincom, request the RNAV 32, full approach from Zunis if that's possible.
Okay, 1399, Cascade Approach, no problem at all. Cross Zunis at 10,000, cleared RNAV runway 32 approach.
Cross Zunis at 10,000, cleared RNAV 32 approach, United 1399. Alright, so we want Filippo, we'll say Filippo 46. Okay. Yeah, this is a cool approach. Very cool approach. So tower for Medford is 19.4. So we get tower ready.
Air Canada 568, Roger, thanks.
What we're doing is doing this number from Zunis. Gonna come through the mountain until we get the final approach fix, which is Kumba
Juliet Hotel, contact Albuquerque
at
on
26.
134.6. We'll see
So
ya.
we're gonna go winding between these mountains. So it's a really cool approach. That's why I asked for it. We got another minute and we'll start on our way down. So we want to be crossing Filippo at 4,600. So we'll go ahead and set this for 46.
For 405 Juliet Hotel, Albuquerque Center, Roger. We're 775, runway 26 left, clear for the option.
Turn on the landing lights, all the lights, and we'll start on our way down, which is 1,100 feet. It's a super cool approach.
Altimeter 3009, arriving and departing runway 14, visual approach.
I got permission to do 3-2, so we're not doing 1-4, we're doing 3-2. even if ATIS has one runway, unless there's a reason like too much traffic or something, you know, but on PilotEdge you have the luxury of doing these type of changes because they just don't have the traffic. So, I mean, I got like traffic global going, like all those guys are flying around. But, you know, PilotEdge has drones. They're harder to see. So you have to maintain this descent profile to Filippo or whatever. So here we come, round the mountain.
Yeah, 1399, contact tower at Urbaugh, 119.4.
Contact tower at Urbaugh and 119.4 United 1399.
Air Canada 568, descend via the Bodega 3 arrival, report leaving flight level 370.
So Urbaugh is right there, right after Filippo. Contact tower. So we're on profile, that way you know you don't slam into any mountains. And this is a cool approach. This is freaking awesome. A lot of times it's like severely overcast, so it's kind of, when I see that the weather's decent, and I just, well, I mean, this is True Earth Oregon. This is also an SD package. Alright, so we're gonna want to go EPAW at 38.
November 2775, El Paso ground. Coming off of our runway after landing, you should not change the ground frequency without being told to do so. Just stay on that tower frequency and we'll tell you to go where you need. Stay on my frequency for now, into the ramp, Victor in uniform. Have a great day. No problem. No problem. Number 405 Juliet Hotel, cross Freeho at and maintain 15,000, Albuquerque altimeter 3038.
Let's do Kunba 26. So that'd be, yeah, we'll leave it at 1,000. That's fine.
November 3 Mike Sierra, contact Phoenix approach 128.65.
So when we get to Kunba, then we can activate approach and it'll be a glide path down.
Phoenix approach, Mooney 153 Mike Sierra 9,000 with the weather at Glendale. Would like to request the visual 19er.
Number 153 Mike Sierra, Phoenix approach, expect visual approach in the Glendale Airport. It's non-towered on PilotEdge network Glendale, altimeter 3015. After Buckeye, descend and maintain 6,000.
Okay, after Buckeye, descend and maintain 6,000, Mike sir.
Do 1 notch of flaps. Take off the prop sync.
No problem.
And going missed to be climbed to 9,000 on track 323. So we'll set the, let's runway heading basically. Go to 19.4. Go flaps 2 at 160. Medford Tower, United 1399, RNAV runway 32. Turn on the
yeah,
auto course.
1399 Medford Tower, runway 32, clear to land, wind calm.
32, clear to land, United 1399. Alright, so we got 6 at Kunba. Head approach. And then the minimums is 1,600 feet. Get the glide path. Alright. Arm approach, and that will take us down to minimums. Do gear down. .140 knots, flaps 3. Follow this down all the way. Here we are at Medford. Missed approach, climb to 9,000, so I'll reset that. I'm not going miss, but I still like to set it. Autopilot off, my plane.
November 3 Mike Sierra, turn right heading 110 vectors, the Glendale Airport, and descend to maintain 5,000. Air Canada 568, thanks. Or 3 Mike Sierra, say heading. Perfect, thanks.
Reversers. We'll exit up here on the left.
Okay, 1399 left, turn Alpha 5 Alpha to the ramp on this frequency.
Alpha 5, Alpha to the ramp with you, United 1399. Thanks, see you next time. Okay.
Mooney 3 Mike Sierra, go direct Glendale Airport now, descend to maintain 3000, report the airport in sight. Number 3 Mike Sierra, thanks. No traffic observed between you and the field. Radar services are terminated with your IFR cancellation. Squawk and maintain VFR for exchange approved.
See.
Okay, 568, thanks.
I'll be right back. Trying to do a bunch of stuff this afternoon at the same time. Multitasking. Alright, prop start position. Turn off the taxi light. Turn off the seat belt. Avionics off. Recert. Bleeds off. Emergency lights unarmed. Anti-ice off. And then we'll do fuel shut off.
disconnected.
All right. $18.30. That's my ending fuel. Let's check out the replay of the landing. Makes it real easy to land when the wind is calm. Rogue Valley. Looks like this United guy will be taking off, going to San Francisco. Yeah, it looks like it's a CRJ7. I'll be getting a CRJ7 when SG comes out with theirs. So eventually I'm going to have my own regional. Right now, this is the closest I have to a regional. But I love turboprops. Love them. So here we are, good old Medford with True Earth Oregon SD. No need for HD. No need to pay that extra $10 to get this kind of quality. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Mr. Eagle, Gizmo, if you're around today, you might be busy. Never know. I'm probably going to stream again this evening. Have to see if there's any VetSim guys on, and if there's no VetSim, then maybe I'll do some FedEx flying in my, I don't know what I'm going to fly, but we'll fly again later on. And it would either be VetSim if I can find some controllers online. If I can't, we'll fly on PilotEdge again, because I mean, I pay $35 a month for PilotEdge. Might as well use it, right? There we go. We are all set. Y'all take care. Chase out.
5,000.
Compass 5752, turn left heading 360.
Left heading 360, compass 5752.
Approach Southern Air 36, 09, 16.6, descending to Hood 4, landing east, we have Golf.
Compass 5752, turn left heading 350, traffic 11 o'clock, 3 miles maneuvering in the area, altitude unknown.
Left heading 350, we're looking Compass 5752.
Southern Air 3609, Portland approach, roger, expect visual approach, runway 10 right.
Spin right, Southern 3609.
Compass 5752, turn left direct Cougar, resume on navigation, climb maintain 5000.
Left turn direct Cougar, nav, climb maintain 5000, Compass 5752.